So, hi, welcome everyone again to an episode of MiniJam, a podcast where two friends get together to talk about movies, analyze movies, and share their thoughts and the ways of seeing the movie with you, our viewers and followers. Just a reminder, where you can find us on all the main streaming platforms. We are available on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube especially. So please follow us, like us, subscribe, and that way you get the latest content that Sebastián and and myself we produce. Today we're going to do a special episode of Cinema Jam, as is our custom, as it is now our habit. After we finish a genre, a cycle every month, we're going to do a recap of the movies that we saw during the month of February. This was a month, by the way, that we dedicated to the concept, the genre that we defined as folk, international or world folk horror, Sebas. That's the term. So we're trying to look into folk horror movies from different parts of the world. And I think we did a very good job in this first attempt at this international world folk horror genre. We went over several movies coming from different parts of the globe. Dos, tres. So we started. Un, dos, tres. So we started the genre with Starve Acre, a movie that came out in 2023. It's a movie directed by Daniel Kokotajlo, and starred by Matt Smith, Morfydd Clark, and Arthur Shaw. A movie about parents grieving their son. They lost a child, and at the same time, they are confronted by these beliefs in ancient pagan gods that exist in the in the countryside, in Wales or Scotland. So Sebastián and I were not very sure exactly where. But eventually this unfolds into a sort of pet cemetery type of situation where we see the revival of dead beings and a pretty and then a pretty nasty ending, a play on the concept of the family. Sebas, what was the second movie that we watched?
So the second movie that we watched was La Llorona. This was a Guatemaltecan movie directed and written by Jayro Bustamante and also written by Lisandro Sanchez. And it was a very interesting movie because this one focused more on the political aspect and the results of the dictatorship in Guatemala in the 80s. But this takes 30 years after that when they are doing like these human rights trials. But it has a very good casting as well. Maria Mercedes Croy is Alma, that is the suspicious, I guess, nanny or housekeeper that comes into this family. Sabrina Helados is Natalia, the daughter of the dictator. And Margarita Kenefic is Carmen, the wife of the dictator. And Julio Diaz is...
And she's amazing. And she's amazing.
Yeah, and I think Margarita Kenefic and both Maria Mercedes Croy, they do a great job. And also Sabrina Helados. I think the women in this movie did a perfect job. And there were some scenes in the trial with the indigenous people speaking in their native language, and it was also very, very good. And
very powerful.
You could feel that they probably looked for someone that something like this happened, and they were telling the story like it really happened to them. So it was very well done. We like it for the ambition in particular.
Yep.
We're gonna rank them later. We're gonna mention that about it.
So so last week we saw the 2015 debut from the great director Robert Eggers called The Witch, a New England folk tale. It's a movie, as the title says it, about a witch in the 1600s, exactly, during the time of the New England colonies. And it's a movie that follows the history. It's a movie that follows the story of a family moving out of the colony and going deep.
They call it the plantation, right?
They call it the plantation, exactly, and they're going deep into the woods.
Building their own farm, isolated of the community.
Exactly, and where they are then facing all these, supernatural forces. The movie is starred by Anya Taylor-Joy. This was her breakthrough performance, and then she became famous by her all other movies. She plays the lead character of Thomasine, the daughter of the family, the eldest daughter in the family, who eventually becomes the witch.
Spoiler
Also,
alert.
we have an amazing performance from Ralph Ineson as William, the father, the patriarch of the family, and also from Kate Dickey, who plays Catherine, the mother. Also, both of them performances deeply rooted in that Puritan religious beliefs, and all the dialogues were research by Robert Eggers, looking at documentation and recordings, and things that were left documentation wise from the era, so they're very accurate, and you can tell that it's all old English. So it's a complicated movie to follow from a language perspective, but
Mm.
it adds that sense of realism. And another performance that Sarah and I we really liked was from Caleb, the middle son in the family. Harvey Scrimshaw is the name of the actor, and he did also an amazing job portraying the
Especially for
kid.
a child actor, yeah.
Exactly, portraying the kid that actually runs into the witch, comes back possessed, and then is kind of like the catalyst, the trigger for the final act when we see all the things unfold and actually Thomasine, Anya Taylor-Joy, getting to fulfill her destiny.
This movie in particular, I think it was very theatrical, right? You felt like, I mean, because of the dialogue, because of, especially of the performance of the Ralph Ineson and Kate Dickey, you felt like they were more like theater play actors, and doing that because they were very loud and very, very vocal, and it was very interesting movie to rewatch again, and the sound and the background music is amazing in this movie.
It's a great movie. And then we closed this cycle, Sebas,
Yeah,
today with
we did the Wailing from 2016. The movie was made, directed, and written by Hong-jin. It also has interesting performances by
it's a
Hwa
Korean movie.
Dong-won.
A Korean
What?
movie. A
Yeah,
Korean
it's
movie.
a South Korean movie, correctly, and it has all Korean cast except for a Japanese guy. So the Koreans are Kwang Dong-won. They're playing the main character, that is a policeman and a family man. Hwang Gun-min, that is a shaman. The Chon Woo-hee, that is like a ghost woman, I guess. The Japanese man, that is John Kunimura, that is a mystery Japanese man. And it was an interesting movie. It's very, very beautiful. The cinematography it was great. The music also was very intense. It had similar themes to the other movies about the family was as big in all these movies, all these folk horror movies, and that was an
it was
interesting
it was a recurring like theme.
theme. Yeah, isolation and family, I think, are the two themes that were part of this one. Especially the first three ones, they were about isolating. These families were isolated and they were basically cut off of the world in the three cases. And in this one, it wasn't as big as that, but that the family, the belonging to the community was very important. So this one had that share. We did feel that it was a little bit long and a little bit complicated. It had too many mysteries with all this Japanese folklore and this Korean folklore and the Catholicism as well. There was a Catholic priest in the mix, and yeah, so it ended being a little bit complicated, but it was still enjoyable. We still like the movie. It's just that we think maybe that they could have cut a little bit of 10 to 15 minutes to make it a little bit more sharper. But yeah, I think it was, in general, it was a great month. I don't know, I think the
I
four movies I
enjoyed it.
enjoy.
I enjoyed it, and as we were discussing in our main podcast in Spanish, we also had a chance to do for our viewers. Just a reminder: on Wednesdays we usually record. We do a podcast that we call Versus, MiniJam Versus, where we select two movies of the same genre, topic, an overall like theme, and then we put them into a 6 round battle and see what movie comes up as a winner. And we actually did the Wicker Man The Wicked Man and um, uh,
Also,
Apostle, which are two movies about folk
also in the folk
horror.
horror.
So we had a blast this month. I mean, it's one of my favorite sub-genres in horror. So like this, I had a very happy month of February.
Very romantic month of
I
February
want to say
with all
romantic,
the
but
folk horror.
very happy.
Well, if it was family oriented, so I guess we can also include that. Yeah, so in the end, we decided to rank them. We always rank these movies at the end of the month, and we decided that The Witch was going to be the winner. So that's why we put it back in the background. Yeah, the winner is The Witch. In the second place, we put the La Llorona. I think they did a great job. That was
Amazing.
very political, ambitious,
Amazing movie.
and still beautiful. And the acting was great. I mean, it was a great movie. It was lacking a little bit more of horror elements, but it still made it compelling to have all that political background. And then we did the Starve Acre. I mean, you did mention probably Matt Smith and Morphy Clark did the top of the acting in all the movies. Well, maybe Anna Taylor-Joy or William in The Witch are a little bit above them, but these two were very close in at
It
least
was
in the acting.
it was one of the better dynamics between the two leads in
Family, yeah.
the movies that
Sorry,
we saw.
couples. Yeah.
Plus, there was the underlying theme about old English or better Celtic, I guess.
Celtic, yeah, I think,
Yeah,
yeah.
pagan beliefs, and that's pretty cool. I mean, it's interesting,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that was nice. And to be honest, like the whole concept of how this dead rabbit came back to life and how it represented their son
And becoming part of the family.
is a way more serious take on the folk horror concept than the rest of the movies that we saw, maybe barring La Llorona that had that very heavy political background. So Starve Acre is an amazing movie and highly recommended. I think we both enjoyed it.
Yeah. And the last one, and doesn't mean it's a bad movie, is The Wailing. Still a very good South Korean movie, but it was, yeah, we felt the other one were just a little above it. Above it. I mean, The Witch was way ahead of the rest of the pack. We're not going to deny it was kind of just unjust for the rest of the movies to put it against The Witch. We both love it, but it's still we enjoy rewatching it and commenting it. We never talk about it like deeply about it, so we're very happy to be able to share those comments with everyone. Well, I think that's it. Thank you again, everyone. Please subscribe, share, review the podcast, leave your comments. We're always looking for new ideas for the versus or for the genres that we do every month. So, yeah, until next time, keep jamming about movies.
Thanks everyone. Until next time.